think about all of the ways that the Dhamma, the Sangha bring beauty and happiness into our life. And we gladden the mind in this way, you know, and we come into these things, we collect these characteristics of first jhana. And when we open our eyes and we just don't, whoop, the boundary is gone, the border is gone between formal and informal practice. We can walk around, have such a great day, have so many wonderful experiences. And, you know, and like we talked about last time with recollection of the Buddha, with the virtues of the Buddha, we go. And after we get real used to it, just like we open our eyes in first jhana, if we drop bu and do, if we drop sustained thought, we drop applied thought, directed thought, we're in second jhana. Man, we're doing great. The wheels are really turning. And, you know, as we come back to that moment over and over, maybe if we were sitting around, there's a scientist man, Professor Donald Hoffman talks about interface theory of perception, okay, where he says much of what we see is not what is really there, it's what we've evolved to see over time because it's been beneficial to us. You know, it enhances our evolutionary fitness to be able to pass on the life in this way, to see these things. But we know that we don't step in front of a train because we see it's a train. Okay, it doesn't matter what it really is. We know if we step in front of the train and we stand in front of it, we're going to have a problem. So when we abide in first jhana, there's a lot less problems. When we abide in second jhana, less problems. Third jhana, fourth jhana, maybe at this point we're deconstructing the interface a little bit. It might be a little harder at times to move around in the world in this way. But it doesn't mean it's not a beautifully beneficial practice, because in doing so, in deconstructing experience, or we could say disassociating experience, like if we talk in the way of maybe we drop piti, you know, we have this blissful feeling, piti all over the body, so wonderful, we cultivate it. And then when we drop it, we're not just dropping one aspect of experience, we're also integrating with a larger aspect of experience. It's a more integrated experience of the field as it is, the field of experience. You know, so when we can remember to come back to those moments, we remember to come back to our breath, we remember to come back to, you know, the virtuous aspects of the Buddha, or any number of things. Like I said earlier, we are discovering what is already there in the mind. You know, we start with coming out of the womb and we have this wonderful mind. It's perfect, it's pristine, but it's not incorruptible. Because as we know, you know, through early childhood experiences and everything else, from then onward until we discover the Dhamma, most especially this beautiful Dhamma, Sangha, the triple gem, the Buddha, we have the ability to allow the kilesas, the defilements, they can come up. And as they do, the most wonderful thing of it, like we talk about, you know, no Mara, no Buddha, as the kilesas, as they come up, well, then we can chance into opportunities at which we can get rid of the kilesas. We can come back to what was already there. And it's one of the beautiful aspects of Buddhism in general is, you know, in the West, we presuppose that we have these damages, that they have irreparably changed us in some way or something like this. Whereas when we listen to the teachings of the Buddha, it's most especially the supramundane teachings of the Buddha Dhamma that we share with each other here in our Sangha, we know we're not fixing anything. We're discovering what's always been there. And, you know, I still laugh at times when I recall sitting in a call with DJ and Dhammarato, and Dhammarato asking us, says, DJ, are there any alligators here? It was honestly, it strikes me every time I find myself having kilesas come up, I think, Alex, are there any alligators here? Remember what your friends asked you. And it's such a glorious moment to be able to reflect on